Good morning. We're about 2 minutes here until we're going to start, but I just wanted to say hello to everybody. I hope your weekend was really good. It was beautiful. We had some really nice weather over the weekend, so we had a chance to. I know my wife even got. She's kind of well on her way to getting a tan here. It looks like she was even looked like she might have been verging on a little sunburn over the weekend, which was pretty amazing. That's what we really need. It looks nice out there right now too, and sure nice if you're cooped up in your house all day long to be able to go and spend some time out in the sunshine. Well, it looks like we have one user here. Introduce yourself in the chat box. We still have 1 more minute until we really start. I'm going to be providing some links today to the materials and text that we will be using really starting next week. This is the spring break week, and we actually do have some families who are maybe not necessarily going on trips, but they're taking the week off from learning, and so we have some a little bit of a challenge with that, and so I want to give them some space before I go full force into the material going forward. But in our instruction was to make sure we prepare this week for going full force next week. Okay, it's 11 a.m. So we're going to start officially for today's live stream. Once again, my name is Mr. Ingalls, and we're here from my son's bedroom. Actually, we've been reconfiguring our house for the coronavirus, and we have a little bit of a challenge because there's me, and then my wife is a teacher at Madison, so she needs to be doing live broadcasts and then and other things. And then we have also my kids, and here's Emma. With Emma is this is my daughter Emma.
Can I bring the pictures?
Yeah, bring some pictures in. Yeah, and this is my daughter. Yeah, bring all the pictures in. And this is Grace, and so we Grace and Emma and Jacob, also my son. They all need to have streaming capabilities too for their classes at school, and so we have that going on now. One thing on Thursday, I want to do a one of those Zoom chats so that we can actually get some boxes for people to be able to see each other, and so we're kind of working on that, and so well, let's get started. Obviously, I have four different classes that I teach, and I just want to make sure that everybody knows the text that we're going to be using for this and other materials. And so we'll start with the seventh grade ancient history, ancient world, and we're going to be using a couple of different things. And so the first one we have. Hi, Matthew. How's it going? So we have Matthew in here. We have Thomas Tate. Hey, Thomas. Good to see you. I hope your day is going well. So one thing, we have an ancient world history book for the seventh graders, and I'm going to put the link into the chat box here. This is one of the textbooks that we'll be using for the work on the ancient Greece and ancient Rome, and then some other materials as well. But this is a really cool book. A couple years ago, about 5 years ago, teachers on the west part of the state put together their own open textbook, so anybody can use it and copy it. And so this one, that link is right here. You should bookmark that if you're in my seventh grade civics class, and I will also send that out as a message on email to my seventh grade classes. And you should be checking your school email and kind of pass the word to people, because that's the primary connection that we'll have to other people. So Thomas, what have you been doing? You had a really nice weekend. Did you get outdoors? Were you able to go fishing, doing anything? I'm waiting for the response in the text box here from Thomas Tate. We'll see here, but okay. So that's the first one there for seventh grade. the world history book. You can say it had some really nice stuff in there. We will also be using for that class here. Let's get you. We'll be using the World History and Geography A textbook. Oh, did you catch anything, Matt?
We didn't do all of them.
This right here is the other text that we'll be using, other book that we'll be using for the 7th grade history. Oh no, nothing, no fishing for Matt here. And so again, we'll be using those two things, those two textbooks for History 7 for the ancient Greece and Rome. And then, hey, I don't think that we need to reinvent the wheel. Mr. Schwartz has really great materials on his webpage that are aligned perfectly to what we do. And so that's the site for Mr. Schwartz, but you just go to the Addison website and they have that. And I'll be as we get into the work of the class following this week, I'll be linking to the worksheets and things inside of that link there. Okay, so Emma, why don't you start us off? My girls have been working on a lot of art. So here's Emma, and she look at this right here. Oh wow, there's the birthday cake, and
did we already see that one?
No, we just started. So
no, I think we already saw that one.
Okay, let's show us some more here. Let's. Oh, and there's some fire. Fire is good.
Campfire.
Campfire, yeah. And here's this is a good one. I like this. Oh no, well, okay. First, this is Emma's plan for tree houses.
No, it's not.
Well, okay, but it she boom, firecracker, very nice. And
the last one.
And the last one here we have. Oh, look at this one. Sonic from we love video games. We love Sonic. There's Emma. Nice job. And then here's Grace. I know. Yeah. What? Wow. Matthew says, wow, she is really good at drawing.
Okay.
And I agree. But here's Grace. Grace is going to show you. Okay, there's one. What is that, Grace?
This is a Hershey bar.
Oh, Hershey bar. Yeah, it is. Here's the Hershey bar. Look, see, there's a little Hershey bar head, and
it said yum.
It says yum. There.
And the next one is ice cream.
Ice cream cone. Yeah, that's all. Is Freddy's Freeze open?
I don't know yet.
I don't know. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, next one.
And then and is this a cupcake?
Yeah, a cupcake Valentine's.
Valentine's cupcake. Yeah.
And I draw a snow cone.
Snow cone, red, white, and blue snow cone. So very nice.
Yeah, and I draw
a cell phone, of course. What would we do without our cell phones right now?
We couldn't cook. Okay.
Hi, Ashley.
The last one.
Oh yeah, and who is this from? What's the character's name?
Superwoman.
Superwoman, Supergirl, and so there we go with that, and so we have our art show for today, and very nice. Okay, so if you missed it, I just did the 7th grade textbooks, the 7th grade ancient history textbook. Now for civics, we are going to be using a couple of sources as well. One is this one. I'll put the link in the chat box, and I'll put these up on. I'll send these out on email to the classes too. Ashley, what did you do with your weekend? Did you have a good weekend? You can respond in the chat box if you want. So this is a textbook, civics textbook, open textbook from Western Michigan, which is really pretty good. And then we're also going to be doing using the Michigan Virtual a course in civics. Just so you know, Thursday, I want to do a Zoom meeting so that we can talk to each other from the video boxes. So Thursday, 11 a.m., I've been doing 11 a.m., and so we'll keep that consistent. And Thursday, I want to do a Zoom meeting. I'll send out instructions for how to access that Zoom meeting this week on the emails. But if you want to be included in this, and I'll try to put the link out to everybody. But if you want to be included in the Zoom meeting, hi Taylor, how's it going? I will take the Zoom meeting. Oh yeah, there's Sonic, and I'll put the link out there so that you can chat with each other and chat with me, kind of in a live thing. This is a little unfair have in the chat box, you don't get a chance to kind of jump in and do stuff. Oh, look at that cake. So we'll have that. So the civics class then, I have the 2 textbook links up there in the chat box. And so we'll be using the Michigan virtual course, the last 4 chapters of the Michigan virtual course as the primary, but also we have the Western Michigan, the WMISD textbook as well, and that will help us to do that. So again, well, a couple of textbooks, 3 sources up here for the 7th grade ancient history, and then we have the 2 textbooks there. My daughters are they've just done an hour of work. We wake up, they do like an hour of fun to wake up, and then they do an hour of work, and now they're sort of chilling out. So that's why they're running around behind me. But then we for the next one here, well, I have a Spark Notes page for my English 10 people because we are going to be reading The Red Badge of Courage, which is a traditional 10th grade book. And the beautiful thing about that one is that it's in the public domain. It's free to download, and actually Spark Notes has the full text on that page. So the link that I just put out there, that is The Red Badge of Courage. And on Spark Notes, they have quizzes for the chapters, and we will be reading that starting next Monday. And I'll get this week. I'm going to get the sort of weekly and daily planners out for people, and that should be pretty good. And so we have that now. The one, and then I'm also going to put a course here from Ed Ready. This is a link to again Michigan Virtual, but they have something called Ed Ready, which is for people to be ready for college in terms of grammar and writing. And so you get a chance to kind of look through that. What are you guys doing today? Are you? It looks really nice outside. It seems like you should go for a hike. Hi, Kirsten. How's it going? Kirsten, I just put the link up there for Spark Notes, The Red Badge of Courage. So we are going to be sleeping, Matthew. Great, fantastic. We're going to be starting next week. We're going to be reading the Red Badge of Courage, where we are kind of respecting the spring break this week. I don't want to start this week because at least the Krieger family is taking the week off for spring break. And I think I want to respect that and not kind of overwhelm them coming back. So this week, I'm really just setting out the textbooks and then also putting out a plan for the week. And then also on Thursday, doing a Zoom meeting with anybody who wants to participate. So if you're not in any of my classes and you're here on the live stream, make sure I get an email from you so that I can send you out a link and send you out a request to join our Zoom room on Thursday, so that we'll have a chance to talk to each other and have what seems like a little class there. Now, I think I have some exciting news. You kind of have to keep it a little bit on the down low, but we're working on a graduation ceremony. We're going to have to see kind of what we'll probably have to get some okays from the state and from the local government. But we're working on using the radio station to broadcast via radio a graduation ceremony, and then have people in cars listening through the radio for the ceremony. So we're working on that, and so that is actually going to bring us to the radio class, and really anybody who wants to help, if you want to help with this. I envision us. Well, first of all, we would use our remote broadcast capabilities to get I assume we'll have some sort of hi Levi. I assume that we'll have some sort of podium where people will be doing the graduation activities and giving speeches and things, and then we'll have a connection. So we'll use our remote broadcast capabilities to to broadcast from probably the parking lot, I would assume. Then we would use that then to get that audio to our radio station, then broadcast it. And we go 15 minutes in any direction from the school. So anybody who's in a car in the parking lot or driving around, or really anybody in Addison, or even online, on TuneIn Radio, well, they'll be able to hear the graduation ceremony, which I think this could be really, really cool. So that's what we're kind of working on. But we're going to need some help, because what I think is, I'm feeling that we're going to need a fair amount of production for this. We could do highlights and audio with each of the individual graduating seniors and have nicely really packaged things for them. And so we'll need some people to kind of help with that. Hey, Levi, how was your weekend? You can chat in the box there. Tell me a little bit about what your weekend was like. I really, if you're interested, I'm going to sort of spearhead this with the radio class, that we're going to try to start to get some targets next week in terms of production and creating material that we can then import into a broadcast for graduation. So I think that's what we're looking for. And then also we're going to have you create your broadcast here that then I could take to the radio station and broadcast for you. So I think that's what we're looking at for the radio station. And we'll get that going next week. But again, if you look through these links here, and I will send some more, I'll send these out to the Addison email through the normal email system, and then we can do that. But that's what we're working on. So what is everybody else doing? I want to turn it over to the chat box for people to tell us how you're learning. Maybe what are you doing to keep your mind active as we go through this. Is anybody doing anything special for spring break week? It's kind of crazy that we're sort of in school here. Just turned 16 a few days ago. Okay, well, fantastic. Did we sing you a happy birthday the last time? I don't think we did. Kirsten, when was your birthday? What day was it? And happy 16. I wonder if you're driving around and if you've gotten a license. That's normally people aren't as on top of it. Yeah, I was on the 4th, so April the 4th, which is fantastic. So I think we need to sing. So everybody, wherever you are, on the count of 3, we're gonna sing 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Kirsten. Happy birthday to you. So I hope your birthday was fantastic. Did you do anything special? I know it's hard with the coronavirus. It's hard to believe we can't really go anywhere. But yeah, I hope we get you driving here pretty soon. But being lazy is pretty good. But fantastic. You did a little bit. Okay, that's good. Yeah. So my daughter's birthday is on May the 9th, and so we're who knows, we'll probably still be in kind of quarantine with that. But it's I guess you just have to get creative. We've been doing a ton of hiking, and if anybody's interested in good spots on hiking, I can help you out with that. And Thomas too, he'll give you all of his favorite fishing spots where he catches all the big fish. So if you just email Thomas, he gives all these spots away to people. So just make sure that you let him know. But sleeping, lots of sleeping. I know. I didn't sleep in today. I got up at 9, which is pretty good for me. But again, if you are just joining us, I did put out the links for the textbooks that we're going to need. I just really felt that trying to get textbooks to people and pass them out is going to be way too much of a challenge logistically. We don't want to pass anything on. And I think we can do the same job with the textbooks that we have there. And so we're going to really kind of focus in on that next week. Then if you also want to be involved in producing materials for the graduation, you're welcome to do that. Okay. So I'm gonna kind of close up shop here. But again, email me some material. Email. Let me know if you want to be a part of the Zoom session on Thursday. We'll do Thursday at 11 a.m. We'll do a Zoom session, and I think that should be a really fun thing to do to get your faces up on the screen. I've never actually done one before, but at least I've never started one. I think it's probably pretty easy, but then we'll try to get your screens up here to do that. Also, again, just a reminder that for Wi-Fi and try to spread this out to people. AT&T, their Wi-Fi hotspots are all open to people for free. Comcast hotspots are open to people as well. The school is, they've been taking an inventory of all the Chromebooks that they have. So if you are in need of devices, I can help you with that. And also, we can get you in contact with the school so you can get devices to do your work for that. So again, AT&T Wi-Fi, Xfinity, Comcast, Wi-Fi hotspots are open as well. And we can kind of help you with that. There are, I think I've heard Spectrum, but I don't know if they go out to Addison. And so that's something that you want to make yourself aware of. And of course, today, Monday, 11 to 1 is food distribution at the school. So if you need food for the week, head on out there and zoom on through. And again, we're working on graduation ceremony. So, we're not forgetting that. And if you want to help out with that graduation ceremony, just make sure that you let me know so that we can have you produce some material for everybody. So I think that's it for today. And I just want to tell you that I love you and make sure that we got some more people on here, but I'll stop talking here and let's just watch the chat box. Anything that you are doing right now that is interesting. We are, let me see what, we don't really, my wife has two online meetings today. I know tomorrow we have a teacher's meeting. Bye. Yeah. And I have teachers meeting tomorrow. So if you haven't, do you have anything for other teachers or for the good of the Lord, or let me know, and we can look at that. I'll be sending out the stuff here again. We'll have a meeting, a Zoom session on Thursday. Well, anyway, take care, enjoy, have a great day, and I'll let the chat box stay open for just a little bit here. And then here we go. Take care.